Hello Blizzard fans! This is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between iluvbeans and Walnut on Orbital Shipyard. Iluvbeans went random and got Zerg. Alright. In the top right, or top right-ish, of Orbital Shipyard, we have the red Zerg player. It is iluvbeans. And in the bottom left of Orbital Shipyard, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Walnut. Alright, so iluvbeans went random here on the ladder. I think this is Masters level Legacy of the Void, so well played indeed, good sir. I respect you. I'd like to shake your hand one day for going random at such a high level on the ladder. He did the extractor trick. He knows what he's doing. I've actually cast another of iluvbeans games, and I think he got Terran. He went random, he went Terran, he knew what he was doing there too. So this guy has been around the block a long time, sending out that Overlord to scout, just doing everything correct. Going for that 15 hatch against Protoss, which is a little bit scary, right? A little bit scary to do, but you can do it because it's Legacy of the Void, and for some reason it's a lot more viable than it was in Heart of the Swarm. So here we go. And you know what? I'm going to say I haven't ever seen this punished by a Protoss player, but I really kind of try to pick replays that are a little bit longer. So maybe there's 100 times that happen a day on the ladder where the Zerg goes 15 hatch and then Protoss comes in and just wrecks them, and it doesn't work out like in the first 5 minutes. So I don't know. Spawning pool coming up. We're waiting on that gas just a little bit for iluvbeans, but I just feel like it's viable. You can get it up very, very quickly before the probe can really get out and even start to throw down pylons or cannons or things like that. I think that's the difference. I think you have enough money to get that hatchery out to where it's almost fully completed by the time the probe shows up, right? And then that way the probe has to throw down pylons, has to throw down cannons, and by that time that happens, this guy is hatched, and then you have the vision and you have what you need to kill it. So that actually makes a lot of sense. Blizzard, I think, has kind of inadvertently killed a lot of cheese that was available to players in Heart of the Swarm, just because it takes a long time to get your units across the map. You already have a gateway up defending at your base before that happens. So a gateway or a barracks or a spawning pool or whatever it may be. I like this theory of mine. Alright, back in the Protoss base, we're taking the very safe Nexus location for Walnut. We are chrono boosting out our first Adept because you know why? Adepts are amazing. Overlord's going to very intelligent places to scout. Going to come over here, going to come over here, kind of do some fly-ins and see what tech buildings they can see. A good scout is worth its weight in gold, man, as the first Adept pops out. If you can see exactly what the Protoss player is doing, if you can see the timings on the gas here at the natural, you have a pretty good idea of what is coming your way, and you can react as the Zerg player. So iluvbeans, again, I think is a pretty solid dude. One of these days, perhaps I will meet him, but was that an auto-inject? Yeah, it was. Alright, so this might be a little bit older on the patch. Please forgive me for that, but we get less larva per inject here on these queens, so we might see a little bit less macro available for the, there we go, for the Zerg player. That Zergling dies without scouting anything. The Mothership Core stole the kill from the Adept. We do have Chrono Boost. Okay, Chrono Boost is still here. So, alright. Walnut has a couple gateways, is researching Warp Gate, is getting a Robo Facility, and there it is, Robotics Facility. Might go for those Disruptors. It's probably going to be an Observer first. Lair coming up for iluvbeans, not getting Ling speed. So that can be a tell for Walnut. That Ling came up here and did not have speed. It might just be a little bit late, but I think Walnut is smart enough to recognize that the Zerg player isn't getting speed. So this is going to be a Roach Hydra play, most likely. Saving that gas for the Roaches and the Hydras, which again is really, really good against Protoss as long as auto-inject? Yeah, auto-inject. Sorry, as long as Disruptor hits don't hit super well for Protoss, and as long as the Storms don't really melt your Roach Hydra composition at the same time. But guess what? Spire! It's a Spire. What on earth is iluvbeans doing? Spire without Speedlings doesn't make a lot of sense to me unless, like, you're going just Corruptor Muta? I don't know. You still have a lot of excess minerals. But guess what? This is a push out, and we don't have Speedlings. We don't have Roaches. We are jumping right the heck to Spire. A sub 4-minute Spire coming up for iluvbeans, taking that risk. This third base is really in jeopardy right now. Walnut has a pretty good little force here. It's not huge, but honestly, there are no Speedlings or Roaches to deal with it, so I don't know what iluvbeans is going to do. He is getting up a couple Spine Crawlers, which is great. But look at these units continually streaming across Adepts and Stalkers. We even have a Warp Prism just for good measure. And coming over here to see that third base, yeah, that hatchery is going to have to be canceled. There's nothing that can save this at all. Oh, that just hurts. I Love Beans got greedy and is getting punished for it. Could we possibly... Okay, so the Spire just popped. Do we have enough for mutas? 6, 7 mutas are in production. Can we save this? I don't know. I Love Beans is going for it, but more Stalkers came in. This is too much DPS now. The mutas are not going to finish in time. And a couple more shots here should be enough to kill it. There's the cancel. 225 minerals come back. The probe trying to stay alive, but no, gets killed. So trying to come up this ramp. There again, 9 mutas in production, 10 mutas in production. The mutas are here. The Stalker count fairly low. Yeah, I don't know, man. That ramp is a very scary place right now for Walnut. Coming up that ramp seems super duper dangerous. That queen really wants to die, but no, does not. And the Muta Harass. We're going to follow this up with Muta Harass. We are not going to use the mutas for defense. I'm not sure if Walnut saw that. Oh, I think he did see it. But we can recall home. That's what the Mothership Core does. You can recall this entire army home, deal with these mutas, and then come back and kill the Zerg scum. I think... Recall? There it is. There's the recall right into the main base. The mutas are in no position whatsoever to do any kind of harassment whatsoever. They're going to try. So here they go, flying on in. Oops, production tab comes back up. And all the armies here. Run for your lives, mutas. Trying to take out something, but nope, lost a muta instead. The Mutaflock says, bummer, come back around this left side to kill stuff. Photon Cannon being warped in, and nope, it's going to die. These mutas are definitely going to kill it. A Warp Prism Harass up here with some Adepts going after workers. 3 Adepts can kill a Queen. These mutas need to help out, though. 3 Queens, though. Can we transfuse on that Queen? No, she ends up dead. The mutas are trying to kill stuff again. I think they did all right. If we look, 1 probe died. Nope, not that great. So the harassment wasn't as amazing as I anticipated. The Mutaflock came in, though. And guess what? All these Adepts are definitely going to die. These Zealots as well are going to get cleaned up. We're going to chase that Warp Prism. Oh, Queen ends up dead. How many Queens have died? 2 total Queens, 5 drones, 2 Zerglings, and 2 mutas. So, alright, we're kind of trying to keep the Protoss player pinned into 2 bases and maybe expand to take a 3rd. That's what I Love Beans is trying to do. We're trying to head off this Warp Prism as well on an intercept course. To catch it, yes, good use of angles there by I Love Beans. Gonna chase this guy down. He's not gonna make it home at any stretch of the imagination. Trying to, but Stalkers come in, and the Warp Prism ends up dead. The Mutaflock is enough to take care of these 3 Stalkers, and they descend upon it, use their Glaive Worms, and every single Stalker dies. Another push, though, with a lot of Stalkers. Walnut going for that Blink Stalker approach, getting +2 attack, getting Templar as well. Wants to go for the Archons. Archon play is really good against Mutalisks as well, but flying in again. Are these mutas not being used for base defense in any sense of the word, coming right into this mineral line, killing 1 Photon Cannon, a couple swipes, there it is, but Photon Overcharge activated on one of those pylons, going after Stalkers, trying to keep the Stalker count low, but again, another Overcharge. Gonna force a cancel on this space, though, I have to imagine. Yeah, a couple more swipes there, force the cancel, getting the probe as well, coming back on in. Look at this Muta control coming up and down ramps, forcing Walnut to chase them all over to Tarnation and back, and then just backing out. See, that's what you got to do with Muta Zerg players. Just be annoying, kill stuff that you can. You're not going to usually win the game with them unless you have a huge flock, but it looks like we're going Lurkers as well. So I Love Beans is switching it up, switching up to Lurkers against these Stalkers, against this Archon and this Immortal. Pretty good choice. I think Lurkers are an excellent play against Protoss in general, just because they do extra to armored, and which means they do well against Stalkers and are Stalkers? Yep, Stalkers are armored, Immortals as well. Swinging on again is the Mutaflock there. There's a single very injured Photon Cannon to defend against this, and it's going to get taken down very quickly. All the probes run away. Good evacuation time there by Walnut. Chasing up again, being forced to run away. The Blink Stalkers, though, taking out 1 or 2 mutas. A few Mutalisks. 8 mutas have died so far in this game, only 5 Stalkers. This base, a bit of a ninja expansion here for I Love Beans. Hanging out on the right side. Usually you'll want to take this base, but no. Again, more Muta attacks. Just kind of getting chased away, picking up individual probes, but dying for the right to do so. Lucky hit there by Walnut, taking out yet another Mutalisk. The Mutaflock is very low right now. 12 mutas have died. There are a total of 4 on the field, making them largely ineffective. And here we go. Walnut is moving up. Nope, just kidding. Just kind of regathering on the ramp. Might want to wait for a little bit of time to really get out there. Has +2 attack. No shield upgrades whatsoever, which is not great. But here's this lurker count. Look at that. 7 lurkers here. Hydras are sniping down this debris on the left side. I'm not sure what the reason for that is. But I guess maybe killing it on your own terms is better than waiting for the Protoss player to do it. I don't know. Regardless, hanging out. We have Stalkers. We have Archons. We have Sentries. We have Immortal. And a Zealot. Moving across the map here on the bottom side, going to go up onto this creep where it is very dangerous and try to kill that swarm burrow lurkers. Burrow. And there's the burrow. There's an observer, though. Ooh, that's a lot of spines. Trying to snipe down that mothership core. Are they going to get it? They do. The Hydras sniped down that mothership core. Nice pickup. Did they get the observer, too? No, the observer is definitely still alive. Checking for a base here, but guess what? Sneaky base has been discovered by Walnut. I love beans. Run for your life. Hydra pops, explodes. Hatchery under fire. These drones, if they're lucky, will escape with their lives, but that's about it. Broodlings come in, are ineffective. Nope, both these drones are going to die. We're trying to trap... Oh, we're trying to trap Walnut in here. Burrow! There's the burrow. And are we going to do it over here as well? We are. Oh. Guardian Shield coming up. Just living through it. Look at this. Getting right on top of this lurker ball here, trying to kill them. A lot of units are dying, but all the lurkers died as well. Walnut handled that pretty darn well, taking out an additional overlord. The trap was not as effective as I Love Beans hoped it would be. Look out! Lurkers, look out! Oh my gosh, lurkers, burrow. There it is. They burrow. Couple spine hits. Come on. The Hydras come on in. Oh, they might get another free mothership core if they pay attention. The Hydras are trying to go for it. Trying to get that mothership core. They're slow, though. And it's going to be very close. No, the Stalkers come in and they're going to save that mothership core's life. Another quick shot. Boom. All the Hydras are dead. The lurkers are burrowed again, but from both sides coming in. Ooh, Archon dies. Here comes the Observer, finally able to see these guys. They are focusing down each individual lurker one by one. They all end up dead. And alive. A lot of lurkers have died. A lot of mutas as well. 14 lurkers, 12 Mutalisks, 26 Stalkers have died. So definitely Walnut has taken his casualties. But this base is up for I Love Beans, so he's feeling okay about it. He has replaced a lot of these lurkers here, a lot of lurkers in Morph, finally getting Zling speed. I think he recognizes this is a pretty heavy Archons here. I was going to say Zealot or Zerglings would do pretty well against this composition, but maybe not. Moving off the ramp, Stalkers going after these Overlords, coming in again, burrowing the lurkers in the front, trying to burrow the spines as well, but very slowly coming across, not really burrowing anywhere at all. A lot of spine attacks. Mothership core does end up dead. This Hydra count is actually pretty good as well. Spines are dying without doing anything whatsoever. That was really bad micro by I Love Beans. A couple hits here from the spine crawlers trying to poke at what it can, and that's enough, I think, to make Walnut back out. There's still a couple Hydras here, 5 Hydras, a bunch of lurkers as well. And this base is going to die. Walnut saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And if this hatchery ends up dead for I Love Beans, go try to build it once more. But guess what? Walnut sees it, and it's going to be canceled if I Love Beans is paying attention. Ready, set, cancel. Oh, doesn't even get the cancel. What was that? Oh, Disruptor comes in, gets 3 kills, tries to kill, does kill all of those Hydras. I think that's what happened. So lurkers morph on in. It's a bit of a war of attrition right here. I know it's a phrase I'll say a lot, but it is one of my favorite. Creep Tumor, providing life-giving creep to that spine crawler that was bleeding, or still continuing to bleed, but regenerating health very slowly right now. This Hydra Lurker composition looking alright. Disruptors in production as well, plus 3 attack. Coming out for Walnut, and this is a lot of Lings. And I think the Lings might be able to wreck this base if they can get there. Yeah, that's a lot of lurkers at the top of that ramp. Disruptor comes in, does kill an egg or 2, but not fantastically amazing. Gotta watch these Lings. They want to kill something, and they are mad. They don't have any upgrades though, right? Just +1 armor? Yeah, +1 armor. And again, Walnut sitting outside is unaware of this Ling counterattack. Where are the Lings going? Might catch this Disruptor if you want. Oh, we're coming around the back side. Are we? I don't know. Small group of Lings get a full surround, or trying to get a surround on the Disruptor, and whiff, and Disruptor dies. Good pick off there. Gonna force a cancel on this 4th base by Walnut as well. Small group of Lings coming in, but Zealots are ready for them. Woo, that was a big head off there. The Lings trying to get out with their lives. This army trying to head them off. Super mad at these Lings. Running for their lives as fast as they possibly can. Trying to go to a corner, but no, the army is here. Run! There's nowhere to go. They decide to attack instead. Trying to take down individual Stalkers and Zealots and Archons. But no, I don't think a single Protoss unit died there. I really don't. The Lings didn't have upgrades nearly good enough to deal with that. But so the base count is definitely ahead for I Love Beans, but that's to be expected. This queen should be injecting, or there should be a queen injecting there. I don't know where she is, though. Units tab shows us we have 4 queens, 9 lurkers. We still have those 4 mutas. Where the heck are those guys? Oh, right here, just hanging out. They could still get some harassment off. I guess there's 2 cannons there, though. That's not good. Well, they should do something or die and free up the supply, right? Okay, moving on up to this 4th base. Going to try to kill it, but there's a lot of lurkers and hydras here. Hydras at the front, taking some damage, backing out, letting the lurkers do most of it. Disruptor shots, again, disruptors can 2-shot lurkers. Purification Nova does 145 splash damage. Killing a few Hydralisks and greatly weakening that lurker there as well. I think we just send in disruptors if we're honest with ourselves. That might be what we need to do. Observer coming in to scout things out, but guess what? There's an Overseer. Observer dies. Unfortunately, can't see these lurkers now, and Walnut backs out again a little bit more far away, saying, all right, we lost our Observer. No big deal. We have more coming. There's another one in the production tab. Actually getting Colossus. Colossus, fully upgraded, do have a range of 9, and Lurkers upgraded have a range of 9 as well. So they're kind of a stalemate. Lurker versus Colossus, interestingly enough. Yeah, just heading on out. Walnut doesn't quite know what he wants to do. He is going ahead and taking that 4th base now that he has the Zerg player I Love Beans kind of trapped. We have some lurkers here, putting up a lot of static defense though. And small group of zealots going to try to run up this ramp. I don't think that's going to work for him. Although again, all these lurkers are not burrows. So, burrow? I don't know, the hydras are taking care of them pretty well, and they do. Again, another couple disruptor shots there. 4 kills, 5 kills, coming up to take out Hydralisks individually, 1 by 1. Purification Nova once more coming up. And yeah, taking out one of those lurkers. Hydras, taking a shot to the face by the Colossus. They don't like that at all. They are very, very, very weak against Colossus because they only have 80 hit points, and Colossus does 15 damage with 2 attacks. So basically, like half of the health of a Hydra in 1 swipe. Hydra's on the high ground. I like that. I do. I like that very, very much. Coming around to the right side, going for a pincer movement or just a flank here is I Love Beans, burrowing all the lurkers on top of everything. Roaches, Hydras getting on top of these Archons. Oh, disruptor hits are killer, though. That was massive. 17 kills on that disruptor. What else is dying? The Archons are staying alive against these lurkers, but just barely. Lurkers are forced to retreat. Wow, disruptor shots killed a lot of those roaches and Hydralisks. Be so careful here. There's a lot of static defense. Walnut going for it, though. Taking out individual lurkers, taking shots, not worried about the damage that he's taking. Spine crawlers are falling left and right. These Colossus have not many kills, but this Immortal has 20. He's an Executor. Very useful against these buildings. 65 damage versus Armored. Finally does fall to that Spine crawler. What's in production? 2 Hydras in production for I Love Beans. He is just starved out right now. This base is trying to do what it can, but guess what? It's under a lot of fire. Spore Crawler trying to kill stuff. A flank here attack with a ton of roaches does take down that Archon very quickly. Both the Colossus are going to die as well. Getting focused Zealots, and that's it. That attack does get cleaned up. The roaches do have +2/+2, which makes it nice. +3 attack though on these Zealots with only +1 armor, so a little bit even on that count. So back to mining, and honestly I felt like I Love Beans was dead there, so good job by him keeping that alive, making a ton of roaches at the last second, researching +3/+3. This base needs to stay alive for Walnut. This base needs to stay alive for I Love Beans. Also has a hatchery up here though, which is nice. Pooping creep on this base, excellent. Excellent, letting him know if Walnut wants to take that one. So the roaches are coming along the right side. They're seeing if there's anything to kill. There's a single photon cannon here. Where's Walnut's army? What does he have? 7 Zealots, a Stalker, and that's it. Okay, Walnut. He's pretty starved at the same time. If I Love Beans goes for it and just kills this base, he might just win. And honestly, I think he can do it. Is he going to try, or is he just content to let Walnut have this? Is the question. Zealot here to make sure no base comes up, and yes, I Love Beans, he had it. I think he had this game, ladies and gentlemen. If he just brought these roaches down, killed this base, there were only a few Stalkers and Zealots here, locked down on this 4th, starve out Walnut, and I think he wins. But instead, he's passive with the roaches. He checks to make sure there aren't bases here. He concedes this 4th base to Walnut and lets him get up the income, lets him continue to make Colossus, continue to get upgrades, And this might be the death of I Love Beans. So, we'll have to see. Zealots are coming out across the map to check out what bases do exist, see if any juicy drones can be killed at the same time. And the answer is, of course, there are. There always are. Good split here, saying base here, no, base here, yes, yay, Zealot says. I'm going to two-shot all these drones before anybody can respond at all. Run, drones, run for your gosh darn lives. Get out of there. Trying to, and here comes some roaches to clean this guy up, but he does have 5 kills before he gets cleaned up. Warp Prism harass coming on over. Zealots dropping. Do they want to kill this? No, not much to kill here. Do they want to kill this? Oh, careful. Spore Crawler. Look out. Warp Prism. Oh, that queen does get surrounded and killed, though. Spine Crawler as well. Very useful in this attack. Warping in a ton of Zealots going after this Lurker Den. Walnut's bringing himself back into this game, getting the Lurker Den in just a few swipes of those Zealot Claws. Zealot Psyblades, getting the spawning pool, getting the Spire. The roaches finally respond, but it's too late. Going after the Hive as well, because why not? Well, the answer is because you're not going to get it. But man, Walnut with the amazing harass. Another drop back here. Not going to do as well just because there are Lurkers and there are Hydras. Yeah, all these guys end up dead. Spinecrawler being built at the same time. But look at this, taking the gold. I Love Bears wants to win this game just as well as Walnut does. It has been a back and forth affair. Woo! If you're Protoss, I'm assuming you're rooting for Walnut, and if you're I Love Beans, you're rooting for if you're I Love Beans, if you're Zerg, you're rooting for I Love Beans. Here we come again, though, warping in more and more Zealots, going after that Hive. He wants to get it. The roaches are responding, though, in enough time to save it, I think. But just barely. Where are those mutas? These mutas should come and kill this Warp Prism. That's what I think. I think as the Zerg player, that's what should happen. But I Love Beans mining from here, and Walnut mining from here. Composition, again, not as big as you would think it would be. He has a disruptor in production as well. This base is now fully operational, transferring a ton of workers over there. 77 drones to 51 probes for Walnut. But again, both players being pretty passive right now. This big attack took a lot out of both of them. They need to regenerate. Auto-inject. There it is. That's so fun to see. Not something that's currently in the game, but that's okay. So nobody has any idle workers, which is nice. Sometimes in the late game, you see players forget about workers that they have that are just kind of hanging out. But both players doing a good job, making sure their probes and their drones are working. And yeah, this base is going to be a big problem for Walnut because this is a lot of incoming coming in for I Love Beans right now. And here we come, trying to kill it with these stalkers. This is a big Roach Hydra army, though, blinking out and retreating. Lurkers here as well. Disruptor shot. Oh, right in the middle of everything. Zealots as well. Archons coming in at the front. Colossus at the back. This is a massacre of these roaches and these hydras. They're trying to kite back, but the Dockers won't let them do it. Every single roach and hydra is going to die here, and they do. This base as well, completely under fire. Nothing left to defend it whatsoever. Excellent anti-roach hydra composition. The gold base is gone. Still mining here, so not out of it yet. But I don't know. I Love Beans is in a tough spot. Tough spot indeed. Creep tumors getting taken down, getting burned down by Colossus, by Archons with psionic energy, by Zealots with their Psi Blades. Are we doing more attacks here? Still not managing to kill that Hive. And in production are Roaches, Hydras, and Lurkers. I don't think this is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I Love Beans has it in him to take out this particular composition. Another warp-in of Zealots going after these workers. Walnut being so active with this harass. Warping in more Zealots, because why not? They are +3, +2. More disruptors in production. There's a single spine crawler here. That's not enough. Running for their lives, using the wall of life, the circle of life. Putting the drones on hold position to keep this spine crawler alive. And almost getting the Warp Prism, not quite able to do it. The roaches show up to clean up the rest of these Zealots. A couple of them do get picked up as well. They're kind of stuck in no man's land. There's a Spore Crawler here and a Spore Crawler here. Don't want to go left or right. Up and down seems to be your best option. Ooh, Spore Crawler, what did I just say? Boom. Ends up dead. Warp Prism is gone. Oh, here comes the army from the backside, though. Walnut is going for it. He's going to kill this base. Archon's in the front, just melting face. The spawning pool is going to die once again. All these workers are going to die. Doing a bit of an attack move, stutter step micro. Here is Walnut dealing with units from the backside. Lurkers and Hydras are coming as well, but that's just not enough. Look at the giant swipes. This base has fallen. The drones are trying to retreat. Hydras are standing in and backing out, recognizing disruptor shots as well, killing queens, killing lurkers. The army is just getting so low for I Love Beans. More and more reinforcements coming in as well here at the 24-minute mark. Ladies and gentlemen, disruptors being reinforced to this army. I Love Beans down to 107 supply, down to 30 workers. No gas in the bank whatsoever. Desperately trying to make roaches, trying to make lurkers, trying to win this game, but this base is under fire. Roach Hydra doing okay, but as soon as these Colossus show up, as soon as the disruptors come in, Disruptor kills a ton of Hydralisks. How many kills? 4 kills on that disruptor. That one ends up dead. Roaches with +3/+3 are just no match for these Archons and these Colossus. Workers are dying by the hundreds. It seems like 80 drones have died so far in this game. So far, this base is completely undefended. There's a single spine crawler up top, and that's it. I Love Beans calls the GG. Walnut with the other GG. I Love Beans saying, where'd you get all those minerals? Walnut says, I don't know. I have bases down here, I guess. I Love Beans saying, you're on 3 bases most of the game. No, he had this base longer than he thought, my friend. Alright, but that's it. Another GG from I Love Beans. And he has left the game. Walnut is victorious. So, woo! Incredible PvZ there on Orbital Shipyard. Thanks so much for watching. Again, I just think the composition here that we had for Walnut was great. Disruptors are good against Roach Hydra, the Stalkers as well. Colossus do a fantastic job at the same time. And in the end, I Love Beans was kind of stuck on it. He wasn't quite sure where to go. He couldn't really go Ultras, couldn't really go Broodlords. I mean, just didn't really have the answer of how to make this work. What we have seen, though, in previous casts is the idea that you can use Vipers and their abduct ability to abduct Colossus and Disruptors and get them in the middle of your Roach Hydra and kill them. So that might have been a good answer for I Love Beans, but he didn't do it, and in the end, he lost. So, this has been FalconPaladin with yet another Daily Blizzard upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thanks so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.